Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Hope you guys had a good evening yesterday, like I did. Platinum Alkaline Water, what's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Valley in the building. Good morning, Valley. All things, what's going on? Blessings to you. Vlad's dad, what's going on, man? Ray Patterson in the building. 2 Cents Boxing. What's good? Richard Prado, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Ricardo. I said Richard. What's going on, Ricardo Prado? Ray Patterson in the building. What's going on, Kamal Oz? What's up? Ray Davis in the building. What's happening, sir? Uh, Ray Davis at the top of the morning. Keep the burner on because the cooking is just about right for the Bud apologists and the Rick Glazier public defense team. Salute, salute, good brother. Hey, man. Hey, man, I said, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You know that Fanon, gets tired of my comments all the time. No, I don't get tired of your comments, man. No, I do not get tired of your comments. I like your comments. I do. I get tired of arguing with that dude King all the damn time because it's never an argument. It's never a very good argument. You know, I want a good argument every once in a while. I don't mind a good argument every once in a while. You know, shoot, it's fun for me. Daryl, that's why I kind of like dude here for boxing until he kind of fell off. Here for boxing was decent to begin with, dog, but he got to come on, man. You got to come on, bro. You can't see. We're here for boxing. I hope you keep coming to the channel, man. You want to talk behind the scenes? I don't. I want to talk right on here because maybe for like a year, because you said you was gonna cook me. I take that as disrespect. What's with the C note? I take that as disrespect. You said you was gonna fry me, man. So you know what it is. We in the kitchen. You can't be like, oh, let's go spar behind the school where can't nobody see. I've been through that. What's going on, Daryl McKinney in the building? What's going on? Akilo Netter, what's up? Adrian Molina in the building. What's up, Adrian Molina of Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico. Hold on real quick. Let me say the rest. What's up? What's going on? Big Block in the building. Barbara D, sister, good morning. CJ from VA, Sam and Steven, what's good? I didn't forget. I got you on the gong, dog. I got that gong. T Orlando, King is your guy. Now, King is your guy. And what's up to everybody else, man, as we start chopping this up? Let me tell you right now, man. I am a little sick and tired of the hypocrisy. Yesterday, I watched hold on one second. Yesterday I listened to a lot of talk going on. What's going on, DeMarco Hayes? Look, you guys, a lot of hypocrisy out here, man. Why is it that Floyd Mayweather Jr. can't fight for the money? He's wrong when he said he wanted to fight for the money. So what's good, big bro? I'm up with you. Let's get the facts let's get it. The facts of boxing. Yes, sir. I need to understand something, Corleone the comic. Why is Gervonta Davis bad for looking for big money fights and not caring about belts? But Terence Crawford is perfectly fine for him to do it. And matter of fact, that's what he wants. That's what he deserves. Why is it okay for Tyson Fury to fight this garbage ass fight that Tyson Fury's about to fight? And why is it okay for Devin Haney to not defend his belts and go up and fight Regis Prograis, but hold on to 3 belts while everybody else waits? And to tell and to tell Shakur Stevenson that there's nothing in it for him. It's amazing how when it is anybody else, when it is PBC fighters, that it's not about the money, it's about legacy. But then when it's other people, it's about money, and they find a way just to say that their legacy is secure. Hey, John Jones, he should be stripped for saying it. Tyson Fury should be stripped for saying it. That is the worst heavyweight champion in the history of heavyweight champions. He's the worst. Come on, thoughts on the WBA ordering Char Big Baby? I didn't see that they ordered it. But Emmanuel Char, I don't even understand why he's still fighting. That must have been that prolonged lawsuit that's been going on with them and Emmanuel Char for a long time. Because they made him the WBA. My understanding is, isn't he the WBA? Let me look at something real fast. Let me look at something real quick. Let me make sure that I know. And hey, click the links, man. Man, no, I'm serious. Tyson Fury is terrible, man. He's got to go, man. God, dog, these UK dudes, man. No disrespect to the UK dudes, but God, dog, between Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn. Between Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn, man. That dude, Eddie Hearn, is about to not make the Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay Wilder is right back to where he was, getting ducked by all of the top fighters. Tyson Fury says, yes, oh, Kamal, yeah, okay, yeah, I figured that's what it was. You don't have to send it. I figured that's what it was, Kamal, because I know that the WBA has been in court with Emmanuel Char for like a long time. It was him. At first, it was like Fraser Kendo, and then it wound up being him. Man, they are terrible, man. Like, seriously, man, they are terrible, man. You got this dude, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, they're going to duck out of the Deontay Wilder fight with Anthony Joshua. You got Tyson Fury talking about he doesn't want to fight Alexander Usyk. If Alexander Usyk thinks he wants all this money, he'll only get pennies for somebody else. Meanwhile, you got Mauricio Suleiman. They got a problem with 3-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds for Amanda Serrano. But you are okay with Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou has never had a professional boxing match ever. And you're okay with that? It's amazing, man. I mean, seriously, they are amazingly bad with these heavyweights. I think it's a government conspiracy to kill the heavyweights. Ray Davis said, color in the chat for Fanon hosting the best grown. Hey, man, come on, man. Don't call me sexy, bro. But but if the shoe fits, wear it. Channel on YouTube, smash that like button. Hey, man, I'm getting more sexy, though, to the ladies. I am, because, hey, man, I got my, man, let me tell you something. I've been waiting. I'm so happy. I'm down just roughly 30 pounds. So you remember when I told you guys I was starting I'm dead serious, I'm sick of being fat journey? Because I'm dead serious, I'm sick of being fat. I'm getting the shit off me. This shit's got to go. 100%, it's got to go. Like, it's going. I'm done. Like, no, it's got to go. Like, I don't like this shit no more. It's got to go. So anyway, I got my blood pressure down to regularly getting measured at like yesterday it was 116/77. Got that, but it's down from like 135 on medication to this. So hopefully I'll be off this medication in not too long, maybe about another 20 pounds. That shit'll be gone. Your shoulders are looking smaller. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm smaller. I lost 30 pounds. And then once I get down to like 290, then I'm going to start lifting weights. I mean, 190. When I get down to 190, 80, I'm not lifting any weights till I get to very close to my so I get very, very close to my target weight, which is 170. I want this shit off me, bro. I want to be able to fight at 175. I want to walk around at light heavyweight like I should be. Man, you can't tell me, man, I shouldn't be a light heavyweight anyway, though. I'm ecstatic. Did QC ever pop back into the chat? Who's QC? Oh, no, I haven't seen him. I got to start listening. He said, keep moving the blood flow and eating right, bro. And hit the heavy bag. Look, man, I'm about to go out there. No, I've been walking an hour a day, but I'm trying to get that shit off this diet. I'm just trying to let my body get rid of this fat because I can't keep doing. I get injured every time I start working out. My knees are hurt or whatever. So I'm getting through all the inflammation out of my, not even, man, shoulders. Doing all that shit with all this body weight? No. I'm not doing nothing with all this damn body weight on me. I'm getting this shit off me. This body weight is coming up off me. I'm going to keep the same diet forever. I'm not changing. I'm not going back. But yeah, I've been walking, man. Anyway, I say that to say, yeah, man, I'm getting sexy for the YouTube channels. Yeah. Anyway, because I got to get that up off me, man. I got to get that shit up off me. My target weight is 154 solid. I walk around at 245 lift weights and Orange Theory every day. Oh, that's what's up, man. What's Orange Theory? I don't know what that is. Hey, thank you, Barbara D. I appreciate that. If you and Derek James have a sparring session, we won't tell you apart from each other. Actually, man, Derek James is one of my motivations, man. Because I'm the same size as him. I should be walking around the same size. Nah, man, CJ from BA, I ain't doing none of that. I'm walking my ass around this block. I'm walking around my ass around this block for an hour. I'm doing what I'm doing until this shit is gone. I'm not jumping in no pools. I'm not doing nothing until this shit is gone. Until it's gone. Then I'm gonna start lifting weights and walking. I know what I gotta do, man. The pool, I don't enjoy it. And I'll miss days. And I'm fat, so I don't want to be at the pool fat. Anyway, let's get back to this boxing, though. Man, look, make sure y'all hit the like buttons. Y'all have been chinsing me on these likes, man. Y'all been chinsing me on these likes. Hey, Dave Williams said, good morning for now. We're both getting old. If you go to my channel, hopefully it could motivate you. Okay, blessings to you all. Let me go to your channel. Let me subscribe. Hold on. Go to channel. All right. I see you, man. Damn, yeah, that motivates me. I want to be built like that, but I got to get this fat off me first. I'm going to tell you right around. I'm subscribed right now. I'm your 9th subscriber, and I'm going to get all your notifications, David Williams. You got a subscriber, and I'm going to hit all of your. Said women like them dad bods, not my wife. My wife, we thinking like I'm fat. She ain't going to lie. My wife know I'm fat. She don't like this. No. We got to get rid of it. Anyway, let's get back to this. Women like them dad checks. Okay? Women like them dad checks. like that dad maturity. They don't like them dad bods. They like them young boys, how them young dudes is built. That's just the truth. However, you know what it is. You can't pay no bills. How much are you worth? You got a 550 credit score and a 6-pack, nigga, hit the bricks. You better go find yourself a gilf. You better find something. You better go be a boy toy for somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trust you, me. I guess I still got catching up to do with my wife. House. I say, babe, what would make me more attractive? She says a bigger house. Every time. What can I do to make him more happy? A bigger house all the time. She dead centered with it too. For now, what do you think about brick to the face woman? I didn't see the woman. You saw like she got pretty skin. That's all I could see. She was like, y'all going to say some man hit me upside the head with a brick First of all, the dude that hit the woman upside the head with a brick needs to be in jail. That's what I think about him. And I don't need to see anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see anything else. Anyway, but she got pretty skin. That's all I can say. That's all I can tell. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back on this boxing, man. Let's get on this boxing. Look, man, you guys are bad for boxing. You guys are bad for boxing. You guys got to make your mind up about what you think is important. She didn't call the police, but raised $35K. Oh, did she? Good for her. That's probably worth a brick upside the head. Like that shirt, Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Yeah. One of my favorite heavyweights. Good morning, Benjamin Lewis. How are you, man? Thank you for enjoying the channel. All right, so I need to understand this. Let's talk about this Tyson Fury thing for a second. Oh, Errol needs snack. I'm all favor of juicing now. This is a lie. I'm joking. Don't take me anywhere. I'm joking. Yeah, dude needs to get out. If he seriously needs to go. That dude has got to go. He's the worst. Tyson Fury is the worst. He's the worst. How long ago was the fight with Deontay Wilder? He gives us, what fights does he do? Dillian White, Derek Chisora, and Francis Ngannou. You're the worst. You're the worst. Go away. Go away. Anthony Joshua's giving better fights than that. Please go away. Please retire. Adrian Molina, my bad. Thank you, brother. I didn't see that. With the $10 holler, brother. Thank you, Adrian Molina. Tyson Fury needs to retire like yesterday. The worst. The absolute positive worst. Go away forever. I ain't saying nothing about wanting you to leave the earth, man. I want you to have a long life, a happy life with your kids and your wife. But man, will you please get out of boxing? There is one fight that you need to see. One. It's Alexander Usyk. One. That's it. One. He's got 3 belts. You got 1. You're trying to penny pinch this dude down. You're trying to penny pinch this dude down all the way down to nothing because you want to wait around and fight, get 3 or 4 more extra paydays. Please go away. What's going on, DJ OC, in the place to be? Make sure you guys go subscribe to my guy, DJ OC, at the Parlor of East Wheaton, YouTube's #1 house spot, deep house spot. Please subscribe and support my guys who do it for the love of the music. What's going on, DJ OC? Always good to see you, brother. Can't wait to see you the next time I'm in the Shy, which is going to, who knows when that's going to be. Probably when I reach on my goals. I got to reach my goals first. I got to reach my money goal. I got to reach my health goal. I got goals at this point in time in my life that I'm going after. Why won't the real heavyweights just fight and eliminate the BS fighters? Now, look, that's all they're doing is fighting the BS fighters. They created a belt for Fury and Ngannou. The WBC is terrible. Man, I don't really care about the belt because the Kilo Netter is just something to hand them. It's just something to hand them. It's not something that's it's not like it's a real championship or anything like that. Like the franchise title, which made Teofimo Lopez the undisputed champion of the world, and Devin Haney fans don't like it. Bob Arum says it's time to stop playing games and get this undisputed fight. Yeah, that's what Bob Arum says. Meanwhile, Bob Arum was playing games and not making fights on his between well, I think that was Devin Haney that was playing the games with Shakur. But yeah, so it's time. Yeah, you need to talk about that because don't nobody want to talk about this trash that you putting up on ESPN. Trash. I will tell you, he's mighty spry for a 90 years old. I wonder if he's on snack. I wonder if he's got a little snack going on. Yes, Corley on the comic said Fury won't take that fight. No, he probably won't. Man, Fury, please retire, bro. You got the live link set, big bro. What do you mean, the live link? Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. This one? Yeah, somebody want to jump on. You guys are always willing to call in. I don't have a call-in number. I may get a call-in number. Why not mix it up? I don't feel like doing the technology that would go way too far into my. That's a commemorative belt. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. It's a commemorative belt. Bob refuses to make Bivol and Beterbiev. That's a WBC again. Yes, I did. Absolutely, positively, I did. You do not get commercials every time, but I did monetize it. I did, unless for some reason it didn't take. But I did. Oh Lord, it didn't take. Everybody leave and come back in. For some reason it didn't save. Come on, man. But I did do it. But thank you, man. Appreciate you. Everybody leave the channel and come back once this thing is set. There you go. Hold on. Let me go here. And let me go here. All right. Yes. No, I didn't. Thank you. Appreciate you. Everybody leave and come back in. And watch an ad every 5 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, did you order Fanon? Did you order Tank Bud? Nah, man. I'm waiting for my dude to come down off that thing, man. Look, man, I don't know what was going on with my guy, but shout out to you, brother. I hope you're doing well, man. I always enjoy listening to you talk. All eyes are on the 147, 135 weight class that Canelo wants to play around in 100%. Canelo, what do you mean? Oh, and whatever weight class Canelo want to play around in. Look, man, let me tell you about this. The double standards or triple standards, man. Y'all got what's going on, Liho Shang? Let's push for Crawford boots. Crawford need to give young cat a shot. Look, man, I need cats to be like, look, we got to make up what we're going to do here. Can we make up our mind? Really and truly, can we make up our mind? Is it the legacy for the fights, the fighter's legacy that matters to boxing fans? Is it the money that they make that matters to boxing fans? Or is it the fights that you get to see that matter to boxing fans? I'm a boxing fan. I want to most definitely see. I definitely want to see the fights that I want to see. That's what I want to see. I care. I'm into boxing for the fights I get to see. I did not like how Errol Spence looked against Terence Crawford, but I may give it fight of the year because they made the fight. I liked the fight with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia because I wanted to see the fight. I want to see the fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. I want to see the fight. I'm telling you, I don't care anymore at all who holds a bunch of belts. I don't care. Been there, done it. You know, the undisputed in boxing is like the dunk contest in the NBA. Been there, done that. Can we see the fights now? Been there, done that. Can we see the fights now? I'm tired of everybody trying to make history. Everything is about let's make history. Let's make history. G-Man, put it in the comment section, bro. I did an analysis, brother. You're costing me money. At this stage, you're costing me money. G-Man King, you costing me money now, bro, because you taking up a lot of time saying the same shit every time.
Hey, what's going on, man? Good morning.
Man,
I'm sorry.
you heard what I said. It ain't nothing good. I ain't even trying to be polite.
Damn.
What you gonna
That's,
nag about? What you gonna nag me
no,
about
no. I just
again?
wanted to talk about this fight that you're talking about, the Fury and Ngannou.
I'm not talking about that.
Well, you were talking about how it's not good for boxing and stuff like that.
Okay, so you think it's good for boxing?
No, no, I don't think it's good for boxing, but I mean, I can't blame a man for collecting $50 million and securing his
He's not
future.
getting $50 million.
He's reportedly signed the biggest deal in the history of boxing, according to the Saudi reps. If you go watch the interviews with the Saudis in the next coming fights, biggest
He's
deal
not.
ever
He's getting
signed.
50. I don't care how much money he's getting. I don't care.
So I mean, you can't blame
That's
the
not.
man for
But I don't think that's the biggest deal in the history of boxing.
I'm talking about he signed a deal with the Saudis overall. That's
Yeah.
what
Okay.
the
So
the
I don't
prince
care.
said.
Then let him go fight that dude for the Saudi belt. I
I'm
don't
just
care.
I'm I'm just saying, he's trying to secure his he's got 7 kids. He's trying to secure a future. I mean, all he has to do is obligate to his mandatory, which is due every 16 months, and it's due in November for him. So if he keeps fighting his mandatory,
Mr. Pragmatic said, "I missed Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man." I'm not doing that today. Put it in the Super Chat, brother. I can't do it with you. Hey, much love in that Super Chat. Thank you, brother, for the support, man. I missed Super Chat Thursday yesterday. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. It means a lot, bro. It means a lot, dude. Thank you to everybody that supports us. Everybody that supports in there, man. Thank you, man. Canelo signed for $350 million, but didn't get it. I mean, look, man, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do it. It's going to be very hard for me to hold a conversation for you with you. I'm telling you right now. You're just saying whatever you want to say, bro, and you throw off the chat. I don't want to talk about that garbage. You go pay for that garbage. Francis Ngannou isn't even a boxer. He's not even a boxer. Kamal Oz said Ugas, Spence, Crawford, Andrade, Canelo videos. Ugas and Spence, Crawford, Andrade, Canelo videos. Thank you, brother. I will try to get those done. I will try to get those done. My guy, Leo Shane, said we just want to see the best fights. Exactly. That's what I like to see. That's so please, I don't care how much money this guy is making. I don't care anymore. I don't. If you ask me to talk about why somebody would do something and why a fight will probably not get made, dude, I'm okay with talking about it. I'm okay with analyzing it. I really am. But you guys are making a bunch of freaking excuses about fights not being made. And a bunch of y'all always want to talk about people making excuses. But you got an excuse in every one of your pockets. You got no excuses for why Errol loses to Terence Crawford. We don't want any excuses. But then you got excuses why Terence can't fight Jaron Ennis. You got a pocket full of excuses. A pocket full of excuses. But the excuses didn't apply to Jaron Ennis. Did not apply to Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis cannot secure his legacy. Gervonta Davis doesn't have 7 kids to feed, as if you need $500 million to feed 7 kids. You don't. Okay? You can take care of 7. You have $10 million and you got $10 million in the bank. You can take care of 7 kids just fine. Just fine. You don't need all that money to take care of 7 kids. That's why you got to get out of my face with that garbage, man. Please, just, yuck. Rodriguez Jackson in the building says, Lufanon, will we ever get Tank versus Gary Russell Jr.? My first reaction is no. My first reaction is no. However, I will continue to push for it. I will continue to push for Gary Russell Jr. to get big fights, to get fights. Man, Gary Russell Jr. is a great fighter, man. Yeah, exactly. Bud isn't Boots isn't ready. Boots doesn't bring enough money. Who is Boot Fox? Blah, 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 blah. I need to see that fight because that is a good fight. Let me tell you all the fights that I need to see because they're good fights. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Cruiserweight, I don't care about. They can all fight each other. I could care less. I could care less who fights a cruiserweight. But whoever it is, fight Badu Jack and I'll watch. You fight Badu Jack, I'll watch the fight. Cruiserweight is a trash division that should not even exist, in my personal opinion. It's trash. It shouldn't exist. I hate cruiserweight. Hate cruiserweight. Only weight class I hate more than cruiserweight. Only weight class I hate more than cruiserweight is bridgerweight, which can go away too. You can make up all these dumbass rules, WBC, dumb rules, which is your, it's up to you whether or not you want to enforce them or not. It's your organization. Make up new weight classes, make up trash belts, but yet you won't let a woman fight 3 minutes in a 12-minute round. What sense does that make? But anyway, cruiserweight, whatever. Light heavyweight, I need to see Arthur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol. You guys have been throwing Eastern European fighters down our throats for decades now. And you finally get one that's the best one that you could make. Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol may be the best Eastern European versus Eastern European fight that has ever taken place. I'm sure somebody can give me one that I don't recall. Maybe the only one that would have been better is Pirov versus Gennady Golovkin if Dmitry Pirov didn't get hurt. But God dog, but here's the thing. Everybody else can fight. I saw a woman from Belarus. Listen to this. There's a woman from Belarus that just beat Madison Keys last night. She's from Belarus. Belarus helped invade Ukraine. The WTA didn't put them out. They let them compete. So what's the WBC doing? Man, that shit's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hold on one second, man. It's ridiculous. So there's that one. Oh, for politics. We can't have that for politics. Man, God, you're not going to get it sorted soon. I saw it. He's not going to get it sorted soon. We know Deontay Wilder that Eddie Hearn is not going to get that sorted soon. We know it. We know it. We know it. Please go away, Tyson Fury. Go away, Tyson Fury. Just go away. And Alexander Usyk, hurry up and go. And actually, I don't have a problem with Alexander Usyk. But Alexander Usyk, this next fight does not know who they're going to have another mandatory for Alexander Usyk. Hergovich or some crap like that. Herman Hardrick said, hey, thank you, brother. Good morning, Fanon. Dallas, Texas in the house. Crawford don't want that smoke with Boots. No, he doesn't. He wants to go for legacy and he wants to go for money, even though the money's not there. Al Heyman need to do his job. I would see only beef that I got, the only beef that I have with Jaron Ennis is that Jaron Ennis should be, I think he could be strategic and get on board, man. Get on board with the PBC. Get on board. Because, dude, that is where you're going to make your pay-per-view money anyway. That's the network that you're fighting on anyway. And if Al Heyman works like Al Heyman says, like they say, dude, you could probably convince Al Heyman to do some things. Could convince him to do some things. And I'm telling you, Man, all these guys talking about Terence Crawford, I'm telling you, something's gonna be afoot, bro. Something's gonna be afoot, man. I'm telling you. These dudes ain't gotta like you, man. He said, yeah, that Fanon. Yeah, just get all the way on board, bro. Get all the way on board, man. That man ain't ripping you off, but I think he's already got. I don't even know what's going on with him and Cameron Duncan. I don't know what the deal is with Cameron Duncan. But whatever the deal is, man, they need to go ahead. He need to just make sure he's getting everything he needs out of that Showtime relationship because there ain't no other network, man. There ain't no other network. Boots has a contract with Cameron Duncan and Showtime. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Los in the building. Thank you, Los. Thank you so much, Los, with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you, Los. Appreciate you so much. Hey, King, you got to put it in the super chat, bro. Seriously. You're killing the chat. I mean, I'm really telling you, I did the analytics on it. I looked at it. Bro, you're killing the channel. You killed the live stream. You try to dominate. And you try to dominate the conversation way too much, bro. Hey, my guy, Mr. Pragmatic in the building. Thank you, brother. Said today's support. Thank you, sir. Mr. Pragmatic, it means a lot, man. Thank you. Cash App was tripping yesterday. Yeah, it was. It was tripping on a lot of cash yesterday. Hey, Mr. Gatz is in the building and said, Fanon, I love what you're doing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Al Heyman is working with him, but that doesn't mean, like, here's the thing. Yes?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes?
Hello?
Yes? I can hear you.
I was your top comment yesterday. I don't know what analytics you're talking about, but it is what it is, man.
This comment right here is bigger than every comment you left yesterday. Fanon, I love what you're doing. Thank you, brother. G-Man King, no. I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you completely. No, I'm not lighting it up on anything, East Coast Fresno. This dude dominates way too much of my time. You're every day with it, multiple times a day with it, just talking sideways. I seriously, man, I don't want to do it anymore, bro. I don't want to do it anymore, bro. I'm convinced it's King's job to kill Fanon's live stream every day. Yeah, it's very clear. He just comes and interrupts it multiple times, bro. I'm serious, man. I'm probably not going to let you on anymore. Probably not going to let you on anymore. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Dean, what's up, Dean? Ain't seen you in a minute. Says still tripping. What's going on, Dean? What's going on, man? Wills Help 24 said, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. That means a ton. Thank you for that support, man. How you, Fanon? Been taking care of these babies? Oh, man, I've been good. I can't complain, man. I can't complain about a thing, bro. I cannot complain about a thing. Can't complain about a thing. Can't complain about a thing, man. Deem in the building. Thank you, Deem. Big Deem in the building. Oh, what is this? Oh, Adrian Molina. Oh, I got you. Thank you. How does he feel like he contributes to the channel when all he does is go against everything that you say? Man, he's just done, bro. I think more than likely you're done. Hey, thank you, Will, brother. That means a lot. Thank you for that support, bro. Anyway, man. So let me get back to the conversation, man. Thank you, Will. I was at the one at 175 pounds. That fight right there between Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, that fight needs to be made. But once again, now it's politics that stand in the way of it. And they are really waiting out Arthur Beterbiev's whole career, bro. Arthur Beterbiev is most definitely one of the best fighters in boxing, man. Super exciting to watch. So, and Dmitry Bivol is too. Just completely, no, that's not going to do it. I would love that fight. At 168 pounds, I think we're going to be I think we're in better stead now that Canelo's over there Canelo's fighting on Showtime. I think that is a better situation. However, the big fights taking place there got to involve David Benavidez. It's got to involve David Benavidez. Canelo Alvarez, David Benavidez. What's King said, happy to see you hitting your health goals. I'm in the midst of my health and wealth goals as we speak. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. Pull out. I'd rather see Beterbiev Bivol if Nello won't fight him. Honestly, man, I would rather see. I don't want to see Bivol versus Benavidez. Benavidez is at. Bivol's at 175. Not sure why he needs to come down. I'm not sure why he needs to come down in weight because he wants to fight for undisputed. So okay, if he starts campaigning there, but dude, he's over there at the zone. Good luck getting the fight done. You know what I mean? Martin, did you see the interview I sent you about Jamal talking about relocating to Pensacola, Florida to work with Roy Jones? Nah, man, I didn't. I saw it. I didn't listen to it yet. Hey, man. Oh no, yeah, just saw that. I didn't see it. That could do him some. That could do him some good. That could do him some good. Big Dog Willie in the building said mosquitoes refuse to bite Devin Haney out of respect. Devin Haney bath water turns into holy water. When Devin Haney cough his germs can cure 45 diseases. So says Bill Haney. Ain't no effing with James no more. No. He said Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is trained by out of Houston by God dog. How am I missing his name? In Houston. What's his name? Ronnie Shields. Yeah, Ronnie Shields. I got to sponsor a G-Man segment. That's my favorite part of the show. That's the only way he's getting on. Seriously, man, I can't do that shit. I don't want to do that no more. It's just on another level of dumbing me down, man. Hey, Dean said, Fanon, you keeping the sport alive in this dead spot. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, seriously, man. That's the only way. Like, I'm serious, man. I see you click that link, bro. More than likely, I'm gonna throw you got like 15 seconds, bro. Jamal has been working with Roy. Not sure if he switched trainers completely. Okay, thank you, Agent Zero. Virgil Wembley in the building say good morning, Fanon and Chat Heads. Always enjoy the show, the top show on YouTube. Keep cooking, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much because we in the middle of this time where it's a dead spot in boxing. And we got, even when we're trying to talk about fights we want to see made, when we're talking about fights we want to see made, people don't want to see the fights. Huh? Tyrone Page in the building. What's up, man? Much love in that Cash App, brother. Said for the support. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you much, 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 much. Yeah, but anytime we even talking about the fights we want to see, there's a reason for the fight not to get made. I just want to know how Floyd Mayweather Jr., how are you going to say, well, this is what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did when, dude, Floyd Mayweather never really even did that, man. Terry Brooks said, Fanon, what do you feel about the Shakur Martin fight and how does it go down? Man, I don't know, man. I know this. They both going to have to be very good to beat the other. The obvious favorite in that fight is going to be Shakur Stevenson. However, I mean, it's really going to depend, man, on what's going on, man, with Frank Martin and whether or not Frank Martin has the style to cause Shakur Stevenson problems. I think that is definitely the best fighter Shakur will be in the ring with to date. But it's hard for me to pick against Shakur. But look, man, Frank Martin ain't no joke, man. If Frank Martin is going to, I don't believe this knockout stuff. You know what I mean? I don't believe that. So says somebody's getting knocked out. I don't think Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Frank Martin. I don't. And I do believe that Frank Martin could probably catch him. So we'll see. I'm loving it. I can't wait for them to give me the date for it. Date for that fight. The other fight that needs to take place, I'm telling you, man, there's something going on with that money over there. There's something going on with that money over there at DAZN. Because it's taken way too long. It's taken way too long to get this Devin Haney fight set with thank you, Virgil Wembley, brother. Thank you for your support. It's November 16th. Is that date set? Yeah, Tay Bricks. Yeah, Frank can pull it off. Yeah, Frank can pull it off. I don't think that there's anything wrong with he said, I want to see tears. So Frank W, let's go. Look, man, I'm a fan of both of those fighters, man. So let me tell you, it's made the best man win. Thank you, Pull Out Bandit. November 16th. Cool. On a Thursday? Hold on. On my anniversary? That's my anniversary, man. Yeah, November 16th is a Thursday. That's it. Hey, what's going on, Noop? What's going on, Yisrael? Yeah, that's on a Thursday. That ain't about to pop off. That ain't about to pop off on a Thursday. Yeah, Frank, I just think Frank's a really good fighter. I think he definitely has a chance in that fight. He definitely has a chance in that fight. Hey, Nicole. Hey, what's going on, Miss Matthews? With the $2 aisle, said it's been a while. Thank you, sister. Appreciate you. How you been? Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been blessed. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been blessed. No doubt. Hope you've been blessed. Shakur whooping at Kamal Oz in the building. Says, hey, corporate media and its stooges agenda is Tank needs to run the gauntlet and fight everyone. Errol Spence should give Bud 50-50 despite being the bigger draw and doing the heavy lifting. Canelo can fight who he wants. Bud can swerve boots. Devin Haney has nothing to prove at 24 years old and has already solidified himself as one of the top 5 all-time greatest fighters ever. Shakur Stevenson hasn't ever fought anybody, even though he's a 2-division champion and a former unified champion at 130. You know, Kamal, of the craziest lines is the Shakur Stevenson one. Of all the ridiculous things being said, it's the Shakur Stevenson one. That makes it makes no sense whatsoever. The line that they push, the line that these guys are pushing on Shakur Stevenson. None. How can Shakur Stevenson have not done anything to deserve a fight? How many weight classes do you have to win a championship in before your legacy is already cemented? Shakur Stevenson's legacy should already be cemented. He's unified at 130. He was a champion at 126. He's in his third weight division. So if he beats Frank Martin, he'll be a 3-division champion. So guess what? That means he never has to fight for another belt. He never has to fight anybody else. Everybody's got to give him whatever it is that he wants. Dude, some of the arguments is just ridiculous. It's Big Dog Willie said, when Devin does push-ups, he pushes the herb down. Dog, I got to get you to write some jokes for me, man. Much love, Big Dog Willie. And Ray Davis in the building says, hey, Fanon, I believe this to be Frank's moment. I said he was a sleeper in the division, but Shakur will give us a great fight. May the best man win. Yeah, I'm kind of with that. Let the best man win. You know what I mean? Mr. Lighting said, Bud, how many push-ups do you want to put on that? How many push-ups do I want to put on what? How many push-ups do I want to put on what? Please complete your sentence. I don't want to put any push-ups on anything. I'm just telling you, it's one of the more ridiculous arguments that have been made, man. And that's saying a lot. And that's truly saying a lot. A lot. Oh, the moderator, Bud. What moderator, Bud? I don't even see him. Okay, thank you, Mr. Lighting. Appreciate you, brother. But look, here's a link. We'll put a link in the chat. If anybody wants to jump up here and rap for a second. Nobody has sponsored. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on, I'm sorry. Free trainer of the decade, Bomac. Man, let me tell you. I hope that they deport. They're gonna send Bomac back. They're gonna send Bomac back to the United States, man. Bomac got checked though. Bomac got checked though. Bomac got checked up. Oh, Bud Jablonski, my bad. I was like, who was Bud in the chat? Bud Jablonski. Hey, man, that man got checked. Sorry, y'all, but Texas taking L's. Everybody takes L's, bro. Everybody takes L's, man. It ain't nothing but a thing. Much love, Ray Davis. Thank you, brother, for that support. Everybody, shout out to Sharpshooter Moderators on the Roof. Peace and blessings, King. Yeah, peace and blessings. Hey, look, everybody's taking L's these days. But, hey, dog, they getting paid for them L's. Man, Bomac ass going to be sitting in that. I hope they send Bomac back, though. I got to tell you, though, man, I was called. Somebody said I was hating on Bomac. I don't even know how you can do that. Big Dog Willie in the building. Say, yesterday I heard Devin KO Duran within 5 rounds is getting bad for none. These aren't fans. This is a diabolical, dangerous brainwashing organization. Hold on, what? What? He'll KO Duran within 5. You go, oh, Big Dog Willie. I forgot who it was. I forgot I was talking to Big Dog Willie. Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. I forgot you was trolling me. You got it, man. You give Duran 5 rounds against Devin. He get lucky to get past 3. Look, man, Devin Haney is a very, very good fighter, bro. But he ain't knocking out anybody. I don't see him knocking anybody out at 140. I think DAZN, though, I think they're having real money problems, man. Because it's taken way, they're standing in the way of Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. Here's a clue. Bring Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua to the United States and let them fight. How about you try that on for size? How about you take Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and you put it in Vegas? And then these guys will get paid, and you put it on pay-per-view, and you put it on the pay-per-view. Fahim Sator, you're really foul for that. How about you put that on pay-per-view, and you see what happens? You put it on pay-per-view, and you see what happens. How about you? How about that? Ain't nobody said that. Yeah, ain't nobody said that. I know. I forgot Big Dog Willie is trolling. Because I was like, man, come on, man. First of all, you know that these guys got me out here as a hater of every. You know what, man? I really hate boxing. I counted all the people that I hate. God, dog, I hate a lot of boxers. Hey, he said that skills. What is skills challenge? What is skills challenge? We know that's not a real fight, man. Take Deontay Wilder and put it in Wembley Stadium. God, dog. Put the fight in Wembley Stadium. If you don't believe it'll sell well in Vegas, put it in Wembley Stadium. No, I don't have a hate list. I'm just telling you all the people that I hate on. I don't think I hate very many boxers at all. Dillian Watt. That's the one dude I don't like. I don't like Dillian White. What you want me to say? I'll tell you who I don't like. Dillian White. Dillian White got on my last nerves. Don't like Dillian White. I don't think he's a top level. Well, I don't think he's an elite level fighter. He was used to drag Deontay Wilder's name down for years, and he popped dirty for performance-enhancing drugs multiple times. But I'm foul, but an alleged ain't-ish. Hey, look, man. Bomac is just an idiot, bro. I'm just putting it down to him being an idiot. Okay? Because so many people wanted to cut him a break by saying it was a conspiracy that somebody wanted to get him. Maybe he's just an idiot. And if he gets deported, he's going to be an idiot that gets deported because he has money. Other than that, his ass should be sitting in a jail for a long time, according to the law. But we'll see whether or not they just let him go and ban him for life. You'll have people out there in the boxing world saying, but he ain't coming back for no Chris Eubank fight. Chris Eubank you better call Roy Jones. You know what I mean? Call him. You better make like Erykah Badu and call Roy Jones. Call him. Nah, I'm chalking up to him being an idiot. I tried to go tongue in cheek about him getting set up, but honestly, I don't even like coming off like that. Blagneck has tightened his purse strings. Blavnik has tightened his purse strings at the zone. Canelo came to the PBC for a reason. The zone told him they would no longer overpay him to fight Euro bums. Eddie Hearn said they had nothing for him. Well, he said in defense of Canelo or of somebody, he really did wait to say that until Canelo got up out of there. And he waited until Canelo got out of there to say that. You know what I mean? Frank Martin is about to catch a beating, but maybe they'll move the date to Saturday because Thursday doesn't seem. Roy ain't gonna let him juice for 9. Hey, look, man. I want to know why y'all so hardcore on this Terence Crawford juicing thing. I'm about to invite that guy Boxing Outlet on my channel. I'm about to do like I'm about to treat him like like they treat Rick Glazier, even though I don't know if he's anywhere near like Rick Glazier. Don't get me wrong. For 9, who's the worst for the heavyweight division? Eddie Hearn or Tyson Fury? Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn. Well, not anymore. Tyson Fury right now. Hey, man, my main sparring partners I have a main sparring partner on my channel, my debate sparring partner. One I had to fire. Because seriously, bro, you're just way out there. You're really, 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 really not good. And then the other guy wants to have private conversations, dog. He don't want the sparring made public. But I'm in the age of Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and all these young dudes where they release sparring footage. Hey, Fanon Wilder said it best. Your eyes don't lie. Hey, dog, seriously, man, there's a lot of accusations out on Terence Crawford with this juicing. And the funny thing is, these dudes, I'm telling you, man, first of all, let me tell you, man, whether or not people believe it or not, I really respect certain people in boxing. One of my favorite people in boxing is Leonard Ellerbe. One of my favorite people in boxing is I respect Leonard Ellerbe. Because Leonard Ellerbe just kind of tells the truth. And he's somebody that I can appreciate. A lot of shine, you know what I mean? He dresses a little bit on the nose for me. But other than that, nah, I fired G-Man. G-Man, you got to sponsor G-Man only. That's the only way. Because, see, G-Man took to doing this. Number 1, he stole somebody's name, which is G-Man. Number 2, he went to doing things like telling me, literally talking directly to the chat. As if you think you're a star or something. Dog, this is my show. You don't get to talk to the chat. I do. And I had to warn you twice. And you just be bumbling and mumbling. So if somebody's not going to sponsor your visit, I can't do it anymore because it's really not good for the chat. It's not enjoyable. And you're making me rusty because I realize I wind up being so frustrated at the silliness you're saying that I do that with other people. And you're dulling my skills, bro. I can't sharpen my knife on butter. You know what I mean? Said, but he got a front page. Yeah, no, GEE man. He said, I'll sponsor you not to let him back on. Well, Leo Shang. My brother from an Asian mother. Oh, you got an Asian father? You got an Asian father. Ho Shang. That means your father and not your mother. How about it, Fanon? My better looking evil twin. And I'm getting rid of this damn weight so I can be good looking. You guys got me messed up. I want to be good looking. A lot of us enjoy it. A lot of y'all don't support enjoying it. I hate it. Okay, sponsor him, Chris Young. None. Sponsor him. He needs a sponsor, bro. I need a sponsor. I can't do this without a sponsor. So, no, he can't do it. He need to go get his own damn channel. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I think you're right, Kamal Oz. Much love, Kamal Oz. Thank you, brother. Floyd and Ellerby tell the truth so much it seems farcical until it's not. I'm telling you, that's why I like him. But he refused to answer my question. He refused to answer my question. And if I was a hater, I would start hating. See, I understand now how this goes. If I wanted to get the attention of Leonard Ellerby and have Leonard Ellerby and Floyd Mayweather Jr. start saying my name, I would have to say something bad to him. Hey, Chris Nuss said, I don't enjoy it that much. There you go. Leo Shang in the building. Shout out for the 2-pound holler. Yeah, they just tell the truth. Why lie? That's why I rocks with them. That's why I rock with them, because they tell the truth. Tell the truth, same the devil. Oh, I asked, the question was, look, man, he said something about an issue being performance enhancement testing. And the way he said it is, it sounded like it could be interpreted that he was talking about the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. Even though I really do believe he was talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, because he had said that in the past. But we are now still, man, we are months out. We are over a month out. And we still haven't had the VADA. Congratulations on passing VADA from that fight, even though I have to believe that it was. Hey, Barbara D in the building. For the Errol Terence fight. But I said, man, will you clarify that you're not talking about this? And he didn't answer the question. But he didn't answer the question, so I can't say so. He just didn't answer the question. He may not have seen the question, or he may have been giving me the middle finger because he doesn't like me. I don't know. Could be either way. Could go either way. You know, I'm kind of a controversial figure behind the scenes in boxing because there's so many people that say so many things about me. When you talk, you inform me on what's going on. When G-Man comes, it's just waffling on about nothing. It's just, yeah, it is. It makes me dumber. It makes me dumber and more argumentative. Barbara D, thank you so much, sister, for the support, Barbara. Yeah, silence is an answer too, but I can't give the answer out because I don't want to do that. Yeah, silence is the answer too, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to leave. I said, man, I'm like, man, I won't put nothing out bad about you and be wrong. But look, man, that dude has got a lot of speculation about that dude. He doesn't have, it's not as widely spread as it is with Manny Pacquiao, but it's definitely a lot. It's enough. It's more than enough. Enough for what? I don't know. Other than to get my attention. I'll text Justin and we'll retrain him. Yeah, man, tell him to say something intelligent. Or ask a question. But whatever the case is, Anyway, so back to the train of thought we were on before, man. During this very, very dry boxing time. Hey, Alden Johnson, Fanon, the most hated for keeping it 100. People need to grow up, Fanon. You do a great job on your boxing content. Thank you, man. I try my best to keep it 100. I try my best to keep it 100. But you know what it is. Right now, first of all, people don't want to respect that I cover certain weight classes. Dude, you're not going to get me to not talk about Terence Crawford. Sorry. Bud, you're stuck with me. And my blood pressure is 117 over 70, 116 over 77. So you may have to keep up with me for a lot longer than I was on the path to have you having to put up with me with. Like most likely the rest of your career. But he needs to fight Jaron Ennis, man, if he stays in 147 and not as a volunteer and not as a mandatory. I'm so tired of this. Everybody got to. That's another little tricky argument people make. You got acting like you got to be the mandatory. You don't have to be the mandatory to get a fight. All you got to do is be the best. If you're the best and people want to see the fight, that's the fight to make. Not the fight that, oh well, you know, we don't need to see Alexander Usyk and Deontay Wilder because you know Hrgovic is the next mandatory, so we got to see that one. That's the only really good argument for the WBA Super Championship and the franchise belt. Deontay Wilder just needs to lead the WBC rankings. What's he ranked in this? Let me look for a second. Hold on one second. Let me look at something real fast. Yeah. Like Jake Donovan used to return my texts, my messages. He doesn't return them anymore. So, like, wow, okay. Yeah, so I know full well, you know, I'm funny business with some of these dudes. But it is what it is. Let's go heavyweight. I don't even know why I did it. It's right at the top. Oh, Deontay Wilder's number 1. But you got Mahmoud Char. So Deontay Wilder's ranked number 1 in the WBC and the WBA. So Tyson Fury's going to get ordered to fight Deontay Wilder next year. And after Hrgovic is gone, then Deontay Wilder is going to be the mandatory for Usyk. Hermie said, I think Bud brought Victor Conti in his camp for a reason. I don't think he could beat Spence without snack. I don't know, but I hope Arrow gets some snack then. Much love, Herman. Thank you, brother. I hope he gets some snack then. No joke. I hope he gets some snack. I agree with you. Wilder should leave the WBC rankings and fight under another belt, but he's in it. Deontay Wilder he's number 3 in the IBF. Honestly, I think they should order Deontay Wilder Hrgovic. Deontay Wilder's in the top 4 of every sanctioned body. He's number 1 in the WBC, number 2 in the WBA, number 3 in the IBF, and number 4 in the WBO, which you know he'll never get. And what is Zhang? Why is Zhang listed as a champion by the WBO? When did that happen? What is that? How is Zhang a champion with the WBO? That's crazy. That's crazy. I think the only person that could probably Wilder is Fury's mandatory. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some busted gloves. Long story short, the bronze bonner will be he will. Yeah, he will. He'll get another shot, that's for sure. Come on, Oz in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, to answer your question, Zhang became the WBO champion because Joe Joyce he beat Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce had been elevated by the WBO as to like the next mandatory or some kind of champion. So when he beat Joe Joyce, he inherited that title. With the WBA, when Wilder beat Helenius was some kind of WBA secondary title holder. I guess they didn't, when Wilder beat Helenius, I guess they didn't give him the secondary title that Helenius had. I know the WBA's they said they're trying to eliminate all but one champion in the divisions, but they're kind of selective with that, as we've seen with Canelo and David Morrell Jr. So just to answer your question, Fanon, it's clear bias, hypocrisy, hysteria that says that Tank Davis needs to run the gauntlet, basically needs to provide a lot of these guys who haven't done anything with welfare checks, and he needs to sacrifice when his plan is working brilliantly. He's got Madonna, he's got LeBron, he's got everybody coming out to his fights, people you didn't even know who were in the sports. The corporate media agenda also says Errol Spence needs to give Crawford 50-50. And Errol, even though Errol did all the heavy lifting. So it's clear. And then you go down the line. They hate Danny Garcia because he's associated with Al Heyman and PBC, even though Danny Garcia has a hell of a resume, much better resume than Bum Lufkin has, who they hype up. So it's clear as day the agenda of these stooges and the corporate media to hate and demand more for the PBC and their fighters than others. Why was there no anger directed at Lomachenko, who was pursuing the Devin Haney rematch? And then when time came for him to fight Shakur Stevenson, he said, no, I'm out for the rest of the year. And Arum defended him. And then there was before Frank Martin accepted that mandate to fight Shakur Stevenson, there was an insinuation with Shakur, and he didn't help himself because he was retweeting racists like Steve Kim on Twitter. I saw that.
Who did that?
I'm going to tell you, Shakur, I don't agree with you retweeting these guys who are just trying to use you as a billy club against anything that's the PBC. But there was an assumption that Frank Martin wasn't going to take the fight. And they were trying to go in on the PBC and saying that they're not letting their fighters fight Shakur Stevenson. When what proved to be false, corporate media and its stooges went quiet as church mice. I don't know if you saw that, Fanon, or if you knew that, exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody. Yeah, I said before Shakur got ordered to fight Frank Martin, there was an insinuation and an agenda being spewed by corporate media and its fanboys that PBC was not going to play ball with Shakur Stevenson. If their fighters got ordered to fight Shakur Stevenson, they wouldn't accept the order. Then Frank Martin and Errol and Tom Brown negotiated in good faith and got the fight done. Okay, but when it came to Lomachenko, there was no kind of pushback for Arum and Lomachenko declining the Shakur Stevenson fight, even though they're on the same side of the street, they're on the same under the same umbrella. There was no talk about the hypocrisy of Lomachenko, who a lot of people think beat Devin Haney, saying he was only chasing Devin Haney and he wouldn't fight Shakur. So corporate media tried to put this bias agenda on the PBC, saying that Shakur wouldn't get to fight any PBC fighters. And then when Tom Brown, Al Heyman, Errol Spence, and Frank Martin called their bluff, they went quiet as church mice. So the agendas are clear as day, Fanon. I mean, and again, Shakur Stevenson, I like him in the ring. Outside of the ring, he's a little weird, man. I mean, retweeting Steve Kim, who is a known troll, who's known biased, whose racial views are very well known, and trying to go down that Crawford path of letting these corporate media stooges use you as a billy club against anything that's all related to PBC, anything and everything. Last thing I got, Fanon, tonight, watch my guy, Christian M. Billy. He's going to be fighting Damon Nicholson on ESPN+. This is a guy that Canelo does not want to fight. Another guy at super middleweight that he does not want to fight. Guys from Cameroon and France, really good fighting style. I'm telling you, this is a guy that Canelo is ducking for sure, in addition to Morrell, Benavidez, William Skull, and Andrade. With that, I'm out. Thanks.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Hey, come on. You can't duck everybody. You can't duck. You can't duck everybody because you can't fight everybody. But I'm definitely going to check it out. Hey, my guy, T. Orlando said, if you keep calling me a trick, put it in the super chat. Yeah, I had to time you out, Jason Torres. Let me tell you why people keep talking about Errol Spence Jr., though. Man, Mark Giles, that is so huge, brother. Thank you so much for your support, man. Mark Giles in the building. Where did this go? Hold on. I got to see this one. Man, that's huge. Mark Giles said, hey, Mike Giles, thank you, Mark Giles. Brother, that is huge. That is huge. That is huge. Thank you so much. Yeah, King, you're not going to get back on my channel very easily, man. I'm telling you, man, you really stink the joint up. You're not on that level of boxing talk. I'm going to take this $50 super chat to address you for a second. You're really not at that level of boxing talk, bro, where I really want to talk to you every day, because for real, you're like somebody that should be honestly asking questions and trying to learn, of which I don't have enough time to do with you anyway, because, dude, what do I look like? But you really do not deserve to be talking boxing on this platform. And I have to be very blunt about it, because when I have Blood Boxing on here, Blood Boxing knows what he's talking about. If I have Kamal Oz on here, Kamal Oz knows what he's talking about, and he's done his research. He knows what the facts are. Here for Boxing, who came by, yeah, he may have a little bit of an agenda, but still, it's not pure, ultimate, just spiteful ridiculousness. And he's nowhere near as repetitive. Okay, so you got to stop. Okay, you are really dragging down the value of the channel. And you say you're my best commentator. I'm telling you right now, dude, the number of people that watch the video is not what matters. The number of people that watch the live stream is not what matters. I know how many people that really support me watch. 350 to 400. Right? Later, after, if things go too far and the chat goes long, it'll go down to 250. It'll go down to like 310, 350, something like that. But those guys are supporters. Those are the people that I'm talking to, right? At any one time. So you're talking about like 4,000, 5,000 people, right? Because people come in and out. There's about 4,000, 5,000 people that really support and watch this channel and are here and are down with the channel. I know who that is. I don't need the extra 700 people that come in, the extra 1,000 that people come in whenever there's a dog and pony show going on. Okay, those are not the people that keep it going. It's not. So, dude, you're part of the dog and pony show, man. Sorry, man. I had to take advantage of that, Mark Giles. I had to speak on that for a second. And then my guy, Mr. Martin, in the building. Thank you, brother. Said excited about the Frank Shakur fight. Look, here's my thing about Shakur. This is my thing about Shakur. Hey, and T. Wells in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, been busy lately, but listening each day. Thank you, sir. That means a lot, man. He's using you to launch his YouTube career. I don't know. Hey, seriously, man, you just got to stop it, man. You're taking up too much of my time. And you put me in a bad mood. And you make me call you names. And I don't have enough self-control to talk to you. He said a mutton, a mule. Look, here's my thing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Here's the thing, though, about Shakur. Let me tell you about Shakur. Shakur Stevenson is just young. And he's in a situation where he's got to play the media game. Because that's what it's turning into. He's just young. He's young-minded. In my opinion, Terence Crawford is young-minded. A lot of these guys are they're young-minded. And that's why I think you see a lot of this stuff. How old is Shakur Stevenson now? Shakur Stevenson's what, 25, 26? The first time that I started paying attention to Steve Kim was around 2000 and maybe 2004. At the latest, it was 2004. It was 20 years ago since I've known who Steve Kim is And I knew what he was about. And I knew what Dougie Fisher was about. Because you got to remember, those guys came from this. Except for they got enough money to do from somebody to get a something called Max Boxing. They used to be on Max Boxing. Dougie Fisher was the first to leave Max Boxing when he joined Ring Magazine. But I'm telling you, they were shills for Oscar De La Hoya then. And when Oscar De La Hoya bought that rag, and bought that magazine and turned it into a rag, he got those guys to fill in for them. And that's what they've been doing ever since. They've always supported Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya. They never liked Floyd Mayweather Jr. and predicted failure for Floyd Mayweather Jr. every step of the way. These guys are the original trolls. I'm telling you. They're the original trolls. And they've been getting paid for it. And they have a lot of connections in the boxing world. They have the ability to get into these gyms, to get these interviews, and they've been bartering on that for years. They've been trading on that for years. And they are not going to support, and they do not create a valid support system for you. They work, and their interest is that of the promoter. Their interest is not, they do not get paid. Their interest does not rest with the fighter. Their interest rests with the promoter. Just like when you listen to Rick Glazier. Rick Glazier's interest rests with the promoter. Ring Magazine's interest rests with the promoter because it's through the promoter that they get access to the fighters. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. left that promoter and was never a big favorite of Bob Arum. He was never the golden boy. He wasn't the golden boy with Top Rank. He was the guy that they kept below the scenes. He left Showtime. He left HBO and he went to Showtime. They did Mike Tyson the same way. They talk bad about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's the same way, in my opinion. Mike Tyson buddies up now to people that hated Mike Tyson. Hated Mike Tyson. Hated Mike Tyson. What's going on, man? Mr. Loco said, who would win, Gary Antoine and Tank? I don't know, man. Much love, brother. Thank you so much for that support. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one, man. I'll tell you who I think would win between him and Devin Haney, though. Devin Haney ain't never going to fight him. I know that much. I know Devin Haney ain't going to fight him. I think Gary Antoine Russell has some work to do, though. You know, he's got some work to do, though. But no, I don't know. That shit's ugly. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say Tank's going to beat him just willy-nilly. Gary Antoine Russell bringing that pain. Thank you, Cesar Loco. I'll keep that. Man, Gary Antoine Russell can fight, man. And my guy, I got you. Thank you, Terrell said, excited about the Frank and Shakur fight. Thank you, brother. Thank you, T. Wells. I got you. Thank you, T. Wells. Hey, I hope that business is going well. Said, Fanon, I smell an upset coming. Shakur, this is his first real test. I mean, like, look, man, as far as Shakur goes, I like Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. I just think he's young-minded. I don't think he knows who his friends are. I would say the same thing about a lot of these boxers, though, man. They're not spending all day listening to what people actually think. They're reading headlines and reacting a lot of times. They're reading headlines and reacting. Just like a lot of y'all, just like a lot of you all are. Reading headlines and reacting. Not listening to what somebody actually says in the video. And honestly, to me, I have no respect for people that do. I don't want to say no because I don't know you. But I don't, if you don't actually listen to what's being said, your opinion doesn't matter. I like him too, but it's probably going to get him cracked in that Tank fight. He's trying to prove himself. Look, man, dude, look. Shakur Stevenson's going to be at 140 pounds. It's going to be at 140 pounds before that Gervonta Davis fight happens. He's not Errol, man. Gervonta, I don't know. But Gervonta's not Errol Spence, man. Gervonta Davis is not going to bend over backwards to make that fight for him. Probably not going to do it. Because he's got Leonard Ellerbe still as an advisor to him. Al Heyman's his advisor. Dude, he's not going to do it, bro. Because he already said he don't care about them belts, so why would he do it? Eric, I just find the hypocrisy. I don't have any time for anybody that wants to act like they're going to try to tell the future. I've never, Paulie, you can kiss my nuts. I don't really want to talk about nonsense because I think you're king. I'm shooting on sight for silliness. I've never hated on Terence Crawford. Not once. Not once. And I'm going to sit around and wait on that apology from him. And I'm exercising every day to make sure that my blood pressure stays low and my body weight gets down so I can live a very long time so that he can come up off that apology that he owes. I've never hated on Terence Crawford, not one time. I gave my opinion on him. Quite honestly, man, Fanon, you just sound bitter. I know I sound bitter. I am bitter. I don't like when young men talk out the side of their neck about things that they don't know. And by the way, Terence Crawford's camp was hating on me well before I said anything about him ducking. He said, what up, Money Train 402 said, what up, Fanon? I'm from 402, Nebraska. I'm still man down. Shout out, man. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. You guys can get used to people continuing to talk about Errol Spence because he's the one with the fans. I know you don't like it, but he's the ones with the actual fans. I know that sucks, but that's the facts. Pay attention to what people want to talk about. Hey, man, what's going on? Ricardo Prado in the building. Thank you, brother. He said, Fanon, that's huge. Thank you, man. Big time support in the channel, man. The Bud vitriol. Who hit me with that word, the vitriol? He said, Fanon, I know Bud said that he doesn't believe the fight between Tank and Shakur because of the money. In your opinion, what would need to happen in order to make that fight possible? Shakur Stevenson going to have to go over to the PBC. He's going to have to go over to the PBC. That's what's going to happen. That's what he's going to need to happen. And he's going to have to he's going to have to really probably, I don't even think he'll have to take a pay cut, but I think he would. I think he needs to be with the PBC. That's the easiest thing. That's the easiest way for it to go. But that's not going to happen because he'll get a belt. Once he gets a belt or three, because he'll probably get three. If he gets the WBC, the WBO is right there for him. He'll probably get the WBO because that's over a top rank. And he'll probably get the IBF, which is over a top rank. And then after he gets all those belts and Gervonta is there, then they're going to try to pimp the fight and call Gervonta every kind of duck and say how he's holding up the fight. And they're going to do that for 3 or 4 years. That's what they're going to do. That's how that's going to play out. That's how it's going to play out. After Shakur Stevenson beats George Kambosos for the beats George Kambosos and Vasily Lomachenko. That's what I think would take place, Mr. Prado. And thank you, man, so much, bro. Fanon, as a fan, Fanon, the only person you despise is Dillian White. Pay attention, people. This man loves boxing like we do. Dang it. Yeah, man, these dudes just be lying on me. They lie on me, and they lie on me. They lie on me to those fighters. They lie on me to the fighters. Aaron H. Muhammad in the building said, Fanon, thank you again, Mr. Prado. Anyone who calls constructive criticism hate is young-minded. Some support for the work, bro. Thank you, brother. Means a lot, man. Means a lot. Thank you, sir. Man, how is it November 16th? They're going to fight on a Thursday? Kamal Oz said, want to get your thoughts on the pre-Martin Shakur announcement outrage directed at PBC for the perception of Al not playing ball, no commentary on Aram, Loma not making an in-house fight with Shakur from the corporate media. That's what they get. That's their job. That's their job. That's their job. And they do it very well. That's why you shouldn't. That's why YouTube excels. That's why more people listen to me than listen to Steve Kim. They are literally, dude, that is the. All right, man, look, this is how we go, bro. All right. This is how boxing, this is the constituencies of boxing. Black fight fans, Mexican fight fans, and the tweeners. So, Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya specialize with the tweeners and Latinos. They will get great black fighters over there against Bob Arum will sign some two or three really good black fighters. Coming out of the Olympics, like really top-notch fighters, he'll get them over there. Systematically, over time, he will definitely get them. So he'll get your Floyds, he'll get your Terence Crawfords, he'll get your Shakur Stevensons, right? But those guys are really B-side for him. What he's really interested in is the Lomachenkos, the Oscar De La Hoyas, the Teofimo Lopez's, those type of things. Oh, the if he can get his hands on a Monster Inouye, somebody like that, he'll do that for, to televise their fights in the United States. But that's really where his interests are. That's the fan base that he knows how to talk to. Those are the people that all get together and he hangs out with. I know he don't play golf. He smokes bud. That's who he smokes bud with. That's his people. Okay, those are his people. Janabek. And as a result, that media is going to be pushing those fighters. Now, Bob Arum is more full of, hey, dude, he's full of shit a lot of times. So just yesterday, he was asked, when are you going to make the Shakur Stevenson Gervonta Davis fight? His answer is, I don't know. You need to ask Al Heyman that. I don't know. I think you need to ask Al Heyman that. But before it is, he's like, man, I'm not going to make that. Why would I make that fight? Take a chance. He doesn't want to make that fight. He doesn't want to make that fight. Bob Arum's retirement is going to be a great day. It's going to hit those guys like a ton of bricks, though. It's because they don't have a front man. If they run out of a front man, yikes, it's bad. So yeah, I think that they do Bob Arum's bidding, and I think that they give the message out that Bob Arum wants and Oscar De La Hoya wants. Oscar De La Hoya is just a lot more disconnected from reality. And he's just not as good as Bob Arum is. He doesn't have the infrastructure that Bob Arum has. And Bob Arum has there's a lot of advantages to that business model of Bob Arum's. His matchmakers are the best. Bob Arum's the talent in Bob Arum's matchmaking organization is super duper old school, excellent. You know what I mean? Like Trampler and those guys are really good at their jobs, man. Really good at their jobs. Kamal said, thoughts on my contention that boxers need to be careful not to be used as billy clubs or Lenin said, useful idiots against PBC by people who don't have their best interests at heart. Some can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, well, let me tell you, I just think you should take what they say with a grain of salt. And don't read your own press clippings. See, for me, that goes into that area of thank you, brother, for your support, man. Let me give you them huge gongs, bro. I believe that you should not read your own press clippings. Don't believe how good somebody says somebody is. Let me put it this way. I don't think you should ever believe people that tell you how good you are. Nor should you really necessarily just believe people that tell you how bad you are. Both of those people, so like for me, somebody, oh, you're the greatest. Like, look, man, I really appreciate you telling me that you like what I do, but I'm never gonna digest that fully. Because it doesn't do any good for me to digest that fully. Right? That's not any good for me. That's too much, there's way too much sugar on that. And then for people to tell me how bad I am, I'm not buying that dumb shit either. Okay? Because that shit's too much poison. Okay? That's too much sugar on one side, too much poison on another. I'm not doing either. I'm not going to do either one of those. So when somebody's saying something about somebody else, I do the same thing. I don't think anybody is as bad as people as the most extreme person makes them out to be. And that goes for everybody. And some people that you will really be surprised that I believe that about. And I'm talking about political people. They put that German dude in the 1930s and 40s is the most evil man to ever walk the face of the earth. I don't believe it because he didn't do it by himself. There's a whole lot of people that knew what was going on and had no problem with it. And there's a whole lot of American presidents that did just as bad to us. And the people so I can name all kind of atrocities on par with that. Why is he the worst ever? Bad, yes. The worst ever? I don't know about that. And I'm telling you, I said that shit from when the time I heard about that when I was in first grade. Hold on, man. How many Africans died during the slave trade? 100 million? You know what I mean? How many people you throwing out there to get eaten by sharks? What makes him any worse than Christopher Columbus? I'm still waiting. How was he any worse than Christopher Columbus? I'm waiting on that. Still waiting on that. How's he worse? How's he worse than Stalin? Solo Champ in the building said, I love the channel. Best out. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. So much appreciation. How's this? How's this? So I don't want to hear it. Do not want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. So at the end of the day, so that's what I think about that. I think anytime somebody said, like Terence Crawford thinks I'm hating on him, dog, you're tripping. Like, for real, you're tripping. Them dudes blowing that smoke up your ass for years over there, keep getting you to re-sign with Top Rank. They were the ones screwing you over. Terence, who advised you to re-sign with Top Rank the last time you did it? He's a bigger hater than me. I bought the worst lemons ever. Oh, what? I'm playing with what group? What do you mean playing with what group? I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. I'm saying that's just terrible. That was a guy who was a terrible person. How's he worse than that guy, though? I'll say it to their face. And they won't argue with me about that. What's the argument? What's the argument? How's he worse? He was worse to you. He wasn't worse to me. What? I said it in school. I've said it to them. Yeah, and by the way, I understand why you got a victim mentality. Don't talk to me about having a victim mentality. They can do whatever they want about that situation, say whatever they want about that situation, harp on that situation, put it up in movies. Don't forget. I don't care. All that shit, good for them. You need to do it because guess what? They'll do that shit again to them. I know they will. They will do it in a second to them. Believe it. I know. I've listened to them. They will stick their asses in an oven again. They would do it. And they're right to do what they say they're going to do and defend themselves and have all that out there. They're right to do that. I don't have any problem with that. My only problem is when somebody jumps up and tell black people not to have a victim's mentality. Dude, they got a victim mentality. Why can't we? Why can't we? The question is, what is a victim mentality? What does that mean? Me Too movement, they got a victim mentality. They will say, you gotta believe the victim. You gotta believe the victim. Ain't that what they say about Me Too? You gotta believe the victim. But you don't believe us? Ja said Top Rank been going broke for 50 years. No, they have not. Stop lying. Stop lying. Top Rank been going broke for 50 years. Who said that shit? Whoever said that Top Rank was going broke? I told you Top Rank is ESPN is cutting them budgets. What's going on, Rocco McBride? Click the link, JAH. If you leave another comment after 5 minutes, I'm throwing you out for good. Man, I bought these lemons at this store. This lemon literally has no lemon flavor at all. I think they sold me a bad batch. Click the link. The link is right there. You can explain to me what you're talking about. I would love to hear it. But I assure you, you're not running anything over here. And Top Rank has not been going broke for 50 years. Bob Arum has been getting richer every year. Bob Arum's money is nowhere near funny. Yeah, busted lemons. Man, why are these dudes all why everybody trying to steal Deontay Wilder fights, bro? Lemon-free lemons. I'm telling you, man, these lemons have no flavor in them whatsoever. I bet Bob can make a phone call and free Bomac. I bet he can't. Where'd it go? Oh, no, it said. Prograis still waiting on Haney. How can you put money on Bomac's books? I have no idea. You have enough money, you can do anything. Well, you can do a lot. Man, I ain't got no money on Bomac's commentary. Man, I don't want any excuses. No excuses. No excuses. Hashtag no excuses. Hey said, nah, Regis fake signed it as a deep fake signature. Man, sign that contract, Devin, man. Come on, man. Lemon Water Friday, man. This water is terrible, dude. And I got these real big ones last time. Then I went and got small ones because I thought maybe something funny was with the big ones, the big lemons. But this one, I literally have been drinking lemon water like it's no flavor in it whatsoever. No flavor in it whatsoever. R Strokes, by the way, they said, good morning, Fanon in chat. Let's get these likes up. Yeah, let's check the likes up. Let's check the likes. Come on, man. We ain't even at 300, man. Come on, man. Come on, brother. Come on, y'all. We got 389 people in the building. Y'all can hit the like button, man. Y'all can hit the like button, man. What's going on, Just Do Boxing? Man, come on, man. Y'all doing me dirty, man. Y'all doing me real dirty, bro. I've been asking to have my federal felony pardon for years, but I'm too broke to even have it looked at. Hey, man, that sucks, doesn't it? Money is powerful, bro. Money is powerful. I'm trying to tell my son, I had this conversation with my son. I was like, man, you'd be better off with $100,000 in the bank than you would with a $100,000 car. Like, you're like, what? Like, yeah, dude, because if everything goes wrong, you got money. You'd be better off with the money. If all things considered, stick with the money. For now, why do you think Devin's stalling Regis? Money. Money. Just money, getting the money that he wants. And doing that slow ball negotiation that Terence Crawford made popular. Slow balling him. Terence Crawford has made a new phrase. Slow balling him. Because that's what happened to Errol Spence. Errol Spence got slow balled. He got Satchel Paige, man. He got hit with this changeup. He got hit with that changeup. Hashtag cheetah dust. Now I'll be a hater if I called him cheetah dust. Hey, probably still trying to figure out a date. Bro, he's trying to figure out that money. But what they say is, what Michael Benson said was, appears to be on track, as Eddie Hearn said he believes the WBC super lightweight world title fight is imminent for early December in the USA. Prograis has signed, and Hearn expects Haney to do the same thing. Yeah, hurry up and sign it, dog. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. I don't like that order. I think first you get the woman, then you get the money, then you get the power. That's what I think. Because because the problem is here. If you get the money before you get the woman, you're always in some trouble. You're at risk if you get that. You're at risk if you get that money before you get that woman. That's my personal belief. You're at risk of losing that money. You on a risk. You at a risk. Drop the woman from the list? Hell no, because neither one of them are worth it without a what? I don't understand y'all, dog. Y'all like them shit. I don't understand y'all. Give me the money. Give me the woman. Give me the money. Then give me the power. Actually, if you give me the power, then I'm gonna get the woman and I'll get the money. Mansa Musa got the money because of the power. Yeah, influence is a nice thing, but influence a lot of time is separate from money. A lot of times, influence is separate from money. They don't all the time. They don't always go. They don't always go hand in hand. You can be very influential and not be the money. Your mind is. You can be so influential with your mind that all of that other stuff will come. With money and power, the women will come, yeah, but with game and talent, they're going to come too. Mansa Musa, man, my dad said something about Mansa Musa. He hit it on the head. There he was. I was like, Mansa Musa is the richest person ever. He was worth $500 billion. My dad said he wasn't worth anything. He's a king. He owned everything. I didn't even know my dad knew who Mansa Musa was. What he said was, you're a king. You have everything. You're worth as much money as you want. That's why I'm really happy. I'm really happy that those guys are doing what they're doing in Africa. I'm telling y'all going to be. I'm trying to tell y'all, we're not going to be around to see it. But when you wake up from your slumber, don't doubt if you don't wake up in the African age. Which will, because dog, I'm trying to tell you, you can't outthink God. And God don't play the short game because there's no time. I'm telling you, man, there's no such thing as time. No such thing. Time is a perception. So eventually it's coming around, man. Fanon Spence got finessed throughout the whole fight with poor negotiations. Nah, I don't think he had poor negotiations. Your dad is that shit for real. Yeah, my dad bumped all that shit right away. It's like he's a king. He's worth as much as he needs. They're underestimating it. His net worth right now, zillions. Because he owns all the uranium. He owns 30% of the uranium in the world. He owns 30% of the gold, 40% of the hydroelectric power. Yeah, how rich is that? Dude, Elon Musk is selling electronic cars. That's nothing compared to him. Nothing. Nothing. He'll buy them over a zillion times, dog. Look, man, if you got the king of Africa, just say, because he's from Mali, right? That part of it. Dude, he's got so much. Dude, they've got more money sitting in the ground in diamonds than anybody has. The problem is they just don't want to pay the bill. That's it. You want to know why Africa is not why an African is not the richest man in the world by many, 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 many times over? It's because Europeans got guns and they don't want to pay the bill. That's it. It's not complicated. Europeans have guns and they don't want to pay the bill. That's it. Once the Asians side, you know what? We don't really care about the Africans being the wealthiest. It works in our best interest. They're done. They're done. That's why China is not loaning money to Africa. What they're doing is they're giving the infrastructure to them for free. They're like, look, let's give it to them for free. Because eventually, when this shit goes the other way, we need to be there. And you got to remember, China has the history. China has all the history. All of it. All of it. All of it. All the stuff that we don't know, they know in China. Because they've been around the entire time. So they have the entire picture of it, which we never get. Because historically we're blinded. And we got so many lies that people tell us every day. China's demographics are screwed. It's about to collapse, man. China ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you, China ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I don't believe it. Certain things, I believe in the foundation of things. I look at the foundation of things. And that's people. What do you mean, Fahim? Explain what? Explain what? What do you mean, Fahim? Explain what? What do you want me to explain? Look, I don't care about I don't give a shit. We'll be on puka sales before long. I don't care. Hey, Fahim, I'll explain, but explain what? Dude, Africa is going to run the world again. Without a doubt. The only question is what Europeans are going to still be wealthy when it happens. That's it. China's economy may be terrible. Africa's economy is terrible. All these economies suck. Our economy sucks. Don't care, man. That's moving around shells. I had this argument with my brother a long time ago, and I'm right and he's wrong. The land is the power. China has all the history. There has been consistent history with China from the time of Egypt. It's unbroken. There has been Chinese have writing. They have writing. They have history from from around the establishment of Egypt. They have all the history. They know full well what was going on this side of the world way back then. They had mathematics. They had they had fireworks. They have everything. They have an unbroken history in China. Their history is unbroken. Unbroken. And they're much older than Europe. They know full well how Europe came into being and how Europe moved into Africa, took advantage of the old Africa, built up their guns, built up their stuff, invaded the western side of the world. You saw they didn't go into Asia. They went the other way because Asians were there too and Africans were there too. They got the whole history. The whole history. That's what I believe. They have to. They have to. They've been here the whole time. Sitting back, looking the entire time. They went to Asia because they're on Asia, DJ. They ain't getting to China. They've pumped up opium into China. Yes, they did. And what'd they do? China said that's enough of this opium, and they killed everybody that used it. They killed yes, they absolutely did all kind of stuff trying to get there. They failed. Because guess what China speaks right now? China speaks all of those languages in China. That's the language that they speak. They tried it. China, that group of people are still there. And they are running their own business. Like it or not. But anyway, back to my point. Yes, they are. What are you talking about? They're building the railroads for free. They're not charging them to build that infrastructure. They didn't loan it. They didn't loan the money. They said, let me build the infrastructure for free. You know why? Because they want to be able to use the infrastructure to sell their products. They're not going in there with guns. They're not going in there with guns. They're not sending their military in there. Europe sends military in. They send business development in. And that's why they'd rather partner with them. They'd rather partner with them because there's no Chinese military bases in Africa that I know of. Europe wants to dominate you with guns. That's why they got military bases all over the place, because they want to dominate you with guns and continue to break up and continue to sponsor instability in your regions so that you're always fighting against somebody. China ain't going to collapse, bro. I'm telling you. You say, will we be here? If I'm on this channel 23 years from now, if you think so, okay. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. North Korea ain't collapsed. The land is power, man. The land is power. The land is power. Because everything comes from the land. Everything. The United States was always an experiment. Always. Always in a European experiment. They're tearing the land up. I'm telling you, man, I read studies written by Howard at Howard University. It was written in like the early 1900s, and they talked about what happened with agriculture in the United States and the Caribbean. They always knew that they were going to run the land dry. They knew it. They were like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use agriculture to grow all of this stuff, and we're going to sell this stuff to Europe. But what we're going to do is we're going to totally deplete the land, because we're not going to have diverse agriculture. We're just going to suck the land dry. So they suck the land dry. And after the land is sucked dry, they knew that the countries or the states that were there were then going to fall into disarray. But after agriculture came around, then came the industrialization. But industrialization moves as well. Africa has all of the land. It has the land. It has the richest land. Its land has the greatest potential. I personally believe that's why you have deserts over there in Egypt. That's what I personally believe. I believe they sucked it dry. This is just me. I believe that the reason, more than likely, that Egypt fell was that they sucked the land dry through their agriculture. They sucked the land dry off their agriculture, and as a consequence, the wealthy moved. And then when the wealthy moved and they did different things, then people came in and invaded and took advantage of the wealth and tore the whole thing up. I'm telling you, there's nothing new under the sun. The cycles are going to be the same. And which is, I'm telling you, why it's going to head back to Africa. That's my long view of the whole thing. And I'm sure somebody can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, black people, Africa, I'm not talking about us in the United States. I'm talking about Africa, they have tremendous amounts of resources, talents. And as Western Europe falls off, who's going to come up? Going to be them. You can't kill all the blacks. Matter of fact, you can't even do it because we need that to survive. They're literally the original people. If you had a worldwide nuclear attack, they'll be the ones to live. They're the original print, their original blueprint in the original land that has gone untended for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. That's my take on the matter. Kamal Oz is about to talk about international politics. What's up, man?
Yeah, Fanon, man, you started it. You started the conversation, so you know I got to get into it, bro. So here's the deal, man. I served in the Army for 4 years during the global war on terrorism, deployed once to Iraq.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And you're 100% right. And I'll say this. China and Russia both are focused on Africa, while America, if you really look at NATO, NATO should have been disbanded after 1991 when the Cold War ended. It's veered from its original course, and basically what it's become is American welfare paying for Europeans' defense, which does little for us in return. So the Europeans can subsidize free healthcare, generous unemployment benefits, and welfare programs for their citizens and not meet the basic 2% threshold that NATO requires in defense spending. And America maintains massive bases guaranteeing that they won't be invaded. So we tell our citizens, hey, we got to increase Social Security, the age for Social Security, or hey, that's welfare. Why do you want it? But the Europeans give their citizens all of those things because they don't have to worry about their defense because America's footing the bill. Now, what's Putin and Xi doing in China? They are fighting the jihadist terrorists that were unleashed after we took out Muammar Gaddafi. And when we took out Gaddafi, which was a horrible mistake in 2011, Libya had tons of arms. And what happened to those weapons and those military age males that were trained? They spread throughout all of Western Africa and Northwest Africa. And you're seeing places like Mali, you're seeing places like Central African Republic, Sudan, Chad, all these places, Burkina Faso, are dealing with jihadist insurgencies that are largely the product of America deposing Gaddafi and not putting any order afterwards. So what are Putin and Xi doing? They're signing deals, bro. Especially you look at Congo. If you look at the Democratic Republic of Congo, they have every resource you could want in the Democratic Republic of Congo, with the exception of oil. They have diamonds, uranium, plutonium, everything. And what are Russia and China doing? They're offering military assistance to fight these jihadis because America and France and all these other former colonial powers have taken their eyes off the ball. We are subsidizing everything in Ukraine while the Europeans are doing very little in something that they should be more invested than we are in. So what's happened? We withdrew from Afghanistan. What did the Chinese do? Immediately, the Chinese signed this deal for $1 trillion of the metals that are underneath the surface in Afghanistan that they're going to get access to. We lost a lot of blood and treasure, got nothing out of Afghanistan, especially the way we left. So just to sink home your point, Fanon, the Chinese and the Russians are playing it smart. They're offering infrastructure development. They're offering, Russia just announced it's going to send grain because the Russia-Ukraine war has taken out a lot of the grain that Ukraine provided the world. So Russia has announced it's going to provide free grain and bread to like 10 countries in Africa. It's even going to provide transportation free to send the grain from Russia to Africa. And what are we doing now? We have a president who thinks that using cultural imperialism and putting rainbow flags in embassies is something that's appropriate. And Africans don't care about that. That is not what Africa is battling about. They don't care about the 10 genders and all this other stuff. Biden only talked about Uganda when it came to their law about rainbow flags, but he didn't say anything when Uganda suffered a terrible terrorist attack. So what you have is you have a West that is morally bankrupt in terms of not helping the Africans out in what they need the most. And Russia and China are filling the void. And like you said, all those resources and research Angola, research Congo, Mali, all these places are the future. Europe's population is dying out. And America, pretty soon, with the BRIC countries, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, they're moving away from dollarization. That means all these deficits that we have, these national spending, is no longer going to be subsidized by Saudi Arabia and by Russia and China, who bought up a lot of the dollars. They're moving away from something else. So we are in deep trouble. Last thing I'll say is a nation is defined by borders, controlled borders. We don't have borders, period. We don't have control borders at all. So you're 100% right, Fanon. The future is in Africa, and the Russians and the Chinese have their eye on the ball. They're offering help militarily, and China does have a base in Djibouti. I remember that, but they're offering military support and counterinsurgency strategies to fight the jihadists in Africa and to train the militaries. And they're taking advantage of the departure of American business and the American model. And they're taking advantage of America trying to impose a foreign cultural imperialism on them with 10 genders and all this other stuff that they don't subscribe to. And what are they doing? They're getting tons of resources, especially Putin now in Central African Republic. Research the resources that are in Central African Republic. With that, I'm out. Thanks, Fanon.
All right, man. Thank you, man, for that educational section by the scholarly Kamal Oz with experience as well. Yeah, look, man, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm looking at a much more broad. I'm looking at just a much more broad aspect of it. I don't like the day-to-day stuff because it doesn't make any difference to me. It's just the cogs in the machine going around more and more and more. I know this though. Africa has been around. How long has European rule lasted? What are we looking at now? 600, you want to say what, 600 years? 600 years between, how long would you say? Let's just go with the year, 2600, 2600 years. Or 2200. What were we at? How far back to BC do we go? Just say 4,000 years. Say 4,000 years. 4,000 years is nothing as far as the lifespan of the human race. It's nothing. Eastern European control over the world is about, Western European control of the world is about 400, 500 years old. That's almost nothing. That's almost nothing. And they got a gun in everybody's face to continue it. You got a gun in everybody's face. So the only thing that you're really waiting on is for a weapon that's more powerful than the gun to come and replace it. That's it. I think the scare tactics, the nuclear war scare tactics, they're not pulling no trigger on that stuff. They're not pulling no trigger. First of all, if they did pull a trigger, I still think it's just going to be it's definitely going to be a lot of dead people. But eventually that shit's going to blow out to space and people will be right back up with a lot smaller numbers. But whatever the case is, everything has its life cycle and it's going to run its cycle. So the question is, are you going to be there at the end of running its cycle? I think that whole thing that you talked about with that rainbow stuff is psychological warfare. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous on so many different levels. It is a catch-all. It is a catch-all. What do you call it? Protest. It's like, let's protest this. The number one protest going on in the world right now is around the rainbow, which is completely concocted. It's not concocted in the sense that they are literally people that have that issue, but it is completely concocted as far as the magnitude of it. I would much rather interested. I'll tell you something right now. You would get rid of all people would. You're literally fighting to not get Social Security, but you're fighting for that. It's just to me, it's not even worth my time. It's not important to me at all. It's not important to the vast majority of people. Food, on the other hand, healthcare, on the other hand, that's important to everybody. Mental health is important to everybody. That is not important to me. And if it was important to me, it would be one of the least things one of the least things on the list. But they want to make that the biggest thing in the world, man. Get out of here, man. You're just trying to dip your head in people's business, man. And then try to make an excuse to say, oh, we've got to go in here and help these people who you mistreating. Let's invade. That's what I think. But anyway, man, we way off topic today. But anyway, do what you do. I didn't think about has all that knowledge. Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do, because we don't get told the story. Dude, they won't even tell you the truth. Look, the media won't even tell you, American media won't even tell you the truth about boxing. They won't even tell you the truth about boxing. How are you going to believe anything coming out of a history book when they tell you that the reason that they have the history is they give you history so that we will have a common understanding about what reality is? And you don't know what reality is unless you have some view into the past. So they tell you what the past was, and they tell you what the future is, what the present is, and they tell you what the future is going to be. That's what the fear is. The fear is telling you what's coming in the future. So do what we say now so we can keep it just like it is now. I mean, we were raised, dude, the perception that I had of Africans that was first given me by the school full of people that can't stand Africans, that we were a bunch of monkeys. That Africans are a bunch of monkeys with flies all over their nose. That's the story that they told. And it's nowhere near that. They told the story that there was nobody here but a couple of savage Indians here and there. And this was a totally unoccupied land, and we brought agriculture. They do all of that shit so that you don't have any moral conundrum. They divided races. Races is just people. It's just people. No, you're a different type of person than this is. Stay in this box. Then when the boxes don't work for them, then they want to let everybody out of the box. You know what I mean? Now they don't want to. Now they're trying to tell you that you don't even know if you're a man. I don't even know if I'm a man. I can make up my mind today whether I want to be a man. I mean, wow, that's pretty bold of you, wouldn't you say? You'd say that was pretty bold, wouldn't you? For somebody to tell you that your child is born and you don't know what that is, you can't tell that. You can't tell that child's a boy, but he's got a pee-pee. What do you mean? He's got a pee-pee. She doesn't. No. You got to wait for her to make up her mind. What? That's mighty bold. Just think about how bold that is. Bold that is. To say that. And to literally try to sell you that. I'm not talking about the right and the wrong of it, because if you got a brain cell, you know it's stupid. Well, you know, I was okay with it when you said, hey, man, you're talking about whether or not a guy can have long hair and wear lipstick. Yes, a man can wear lipstick. A man can have long hair. A man can wear a dress. A man can wear high heels if a man wants to do that. Okay. I really thought they were talking about that. If you're talking about that, there's no rule to say out there in nature, because it's all man-made clothes and all of that. But you can't tell somebody, you can't convince me. It's a mighty bold thing to tell somebody that there's no such thing as a woman. But I wonder how they figured out. That's how they did it. They tell you something and you believe it. And if you don't believe it, they're going to beat you to death until you believe it. They'll guilt trip you till you believe it. That's silly. It's just silly. It's just silly. It's silly. But you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be canceled. You don't want to be prejudiced. It's ridiculous. So, but anyway, that's not my whole thing. My thing to bring that up is like, what else will society try to convince you of that is absolutely positively ridiculous? Do you know what I think the biggest lie that there is? And this is, I'm telling you, this is my belief. I have no scientific proof for it whatsoever, but anecdotal evidence. I do not believe in the concept of death as they sell it. I do not believe it. And if it turns out that it is not what they say it is, man, all these people are screwed. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It makes no sense to me. I mean it. Death makes no, as death, as the end of life makes no sense to me whatsoever. I cannot get it through my head that there's anything more. I think that shit is absolutely positively as ridiculous as the tooth fairy in Santa Claus. I absolutely believe that it is ridiculous, stupid, ridiculous. It makes no sense to me whatsoever that when you die, that's it. When your body goes away, yeah, but you grew your body. You grew it. Your body grew. It just doesn't make sense. Your body grew. You grew from nothing, and I've been thinking the entire time. And I grew. My body has replaced itself at least 5 times. If every cell in your body is constantly dying and being reborn, every cell in your body, and it takes 10 years for you to replace every cell in your body, and your regenerative processes slow down and slow down and slow down and slow down and slow down, it makes no sense that the entity, the 7 years, thank you, that creates that goes away. You just can't perceive it. It doesn't make any sense because you can't answer, where did I come from? Where did it come from? Where did it come from? That's where you go. Where did it come from? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. If you don't know where I came from, then how do you know where I'm going to go? More than likely, it's the same thing that happens with water. Your water disappears. Heat it up. It'll go away. Guess what? It'll show back up. Won't it? Won't it? But anyway, that's what I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense. And I don't believe anything that they tell me, because they tell me anything that they need me to tell me in order to get me to do what they want me to do. So you want me to act right. So you tell me if I don't act right, you're going to end my life. So now I got to act right. And if I don't act right, I know I'm going to pass away eventually. But if I don't act right, defined by who? Defined by you. If I don't act right, what's defined by you, then this is going to happen to me when I die. But if I act good and do what you tell me to do, then I'm going to go somewhere really nice. It sounds like a child story. Like, if you do everything daddy says, then I'm going to buy you a car at the end of the year. If you do everything I say to do, then I'm going to buy you a nice birthday present at the end of the year. That's what it sounds like to me. So anyway, I'm sorry I went on for a while about something totally irrelated to boxing. But with that, I'm going to get out of here unless somebody actually wants to type. A lie becomes the truth through indoctrination of the youth and the people that know the lie, the truth dying off. Yes, like me hating on Terence Crawford. You can say that shit a million times. It doesn't make it true. I'll bring it back to boxing. You can say a million times that black fighters don't sell. It doesn't make it true. You can say a million times that black people are not, that black American boxing is dying. It doesn't make it true. Organized religion is a tool of oppression. Look, man, I can't. I think organized religion is a doorway for a lot of people to understanding. For me, organized religion was like training wheels. When I was a child, I thought as a child, I behaved as a child, and I got what I needed as a child from organized religion. But I never stopped thinking about it. And I figured what was true was what they said was true. When I was a child, I thought like a child. Well, what did I think of as a child? And I'm not going to have the same understanding about something that's that complex when I'm 8 years old than I'm going to have when I'm 58. And for you to have that either means you stop paying attention or you're just dumb. Really. I don't know what else to do. And there's a lot of people that I went to church with when I was a kid, and I listened to them talk, and I think, man, you've gone nowhere with this. Like was one of the greatest prizes ever, and you guys have gone, from what I can see, you've gone nowhere with this. Nowhere. You're in the same place. Literally in the same place. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you pray for wisdom every day from God and that's what you really want, man, it's going to take you a lot of time to process it. And I want to know why you still need the book, what you still need the book for. If you can memorize the whole thing, tell me what every bit of it says, you thought about it, you understood it, why do you still need it? When you learn addition and subtraction, at a certain point in time, you learned that you didn't need it anymore. I want to know how long you need that book. I still maintain that. How long do you need that? As a refresher to go back? Yeah. But anyway, that's just me. Anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. Hey, Barbara D said, great chat today, Martin. Thank you, Sister Barbara. Kay Broughton said, I watch you every day. Man, God bless you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And God bless you as well. I just paid my penance to Bud, man. Man, whatever with Bud. When he loses, they're gonna throw him underneath the bus. If he never loses and he retires, they're gonna say, as soon as people start talking about him as a great fighter, they're gonna throw him under the bus. You know? But anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces. Thank y'all for talking to me today. Peace. And we'll be back tomorrow.